17, and 18 rodeo, which is Guardianum ad litem. I never say it right, but Guardianum ad litem, and close enough. And they help out foster children right here in Osceola County. And so you see this big, nice, fancy arena, and you may think, wow, these folks are in the rodeo business and they're doing this to make money. And we are. We're doing it to make money, but we're doing it to make money to turn around and help the community. Okay? And groups like, for years, we supported and still support the Heroes for Horses program, where they take folks who defended our country and been wounded either physically or suffering from PTSD and help rehabilitate them through horseback riding. We support those programs. We support scholarships across Osceola County. There's a ton of small fundraisers for a number of community programs that come to Silver Spurs and that we sponsor. And so, $15, our tickets start at $15 for folks. On Saturday night, the 17th, they're $20. That's a big show. Scott told you a little bit about what the open is going to be, huge and big, and that's really not that much when you think about it, especially when some of that money's going right back to the community to help them out. And kids 10 and under are free. We want it to be a family experience. We're going to start with a pledge and a prayer out here. That's something in the opening that never changed. At a rodeo, we always return thanks. We always have the national anthem, not a pledge, but the national anthem. Those always happen.
Why don't you talk a little bit about the different jobs that happen at the shoots?
Sure, I'm getting there. So just in terms of that, it's bigger than just a rodeo and have a good time. It's family, it's family friendly. The kids aren't going to be offended. It's a 10 and under, they're free. We want you to bring the whole crew. Come and have 2.5 hours of live action right out here. It's not scripted. We don't know what's going to happen. We do our best. We let the events happen, and we structure them as good as we can. But we don't know how it's going to turn off. We don't know who's going to book off. We don't know who's going to ride. We don't know who's going to have the fastest time. They're all out competing. Professional rodeo cowboys competing for that money. And so it's great, fun, live action where every rodeo is different. Right? So we just want y'all to come. Now, of those jobs, you'll see we have just a host of volunteers that put this thing on. And most of them are Silver Spurs members or people who want to be Silver Spurs members. I'm a third-generation Silver Spurs member. Scott's a third-generation Silver Spurs member. Our grandparents started with the club way back towards the beginning. Our parents are involved, and then we're here doing jobs. And the whole families work. So we're families putting on a show for families to help benefit other families in the county. I mean, it's just family circles around here. So I'll be down here. Normally, I'm big boss this year, so I have to be schmoozing with sponsors and dignitaries and such. But normally, I'm down here on the arena with Scott, and Scott and I work out in front of the chutes and work on the buck and stock in, and then I have a job on the timed event, and we'll get to that. But in terms of a family experience, so I'm down here on the dirt helping direct this rodeo. My little brother is one of the pickup men in the arena. Okay, he's a PRCA pickup man who's also a Spurs member. So he's out here horseback in the arena working. My mother, my sister, my grandmother, and a lot of my nieces and nephews are up in a concession stand, running a concession stand. My wife helps with the PR and marketing side of things as a Spurs member, not as a member of Reach, but as a volunteer Spurs member. And so it's very much this family affair, because we're not the only family doing it, right? There's a ton of families that have a lot of Osceola County heritage to do with that. Okay, so that's just a little bit of behind that kind of thought on who's putting it on and why we're putting it on and who we want here to watch it. Okay, now in terms of jobs that are happening around, boy, there's a lot of them, and I'm